What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. And today we're going to be reviewing the Nike GT Hustle 2.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run.
So to end any of the confusion, this shoe was supposed to be the Nike GT Run 2. They went ahead and switched it and changed the whole name, so it's called the GT Hustle 2. Just for you guys not to get confused or anything. But anyway, we're going to start off with the sizing and the price. And the sizing, I can recommend you guys go your true to size. If you are a wide footer, I would tell you guys to go true to size as well, because as you guys can see, this shoe has a very wide base. While putting my foot inside this shoe, I had a good amount of space pushing out towards the outside. So I feel like if you're a wide footer, you guys are going to be able to slip these right on. But if some of you guys out there like a shoe that's going to be tight around your foot, you guys can go down half a size. And the pricing for the GT Hustle 2 is going to be $180, which is a very high price. Moving on to the side, I'm going to give these a 6.5 out of 10. The style, the colorway just doesn't do it for me. It's mostly the black and gray that's on here. It just kind of counterbalances the hot pink logo and the traction pattern at the bottom, which I think is fire, how they mix the blue and the pink together. I think that's really smooth. But it's like this, the fact that it's suede here and gray and just how it looks, I don't think it looks like how a $180 shoe should look, especially style-wise. You know, I'm paying for that. I want something that looks nice, that stands out on the court, that people ask, oh, what are those? Those are tough. When I wore these, people didn't ask me that. It seems like more of a budgeted type of style colorway to me, if I'm being honest with you. Now, if you guys want to know, on the overlay, it's going to be a mesh material. I mean, the mesh material doesn't feel that bad, but again, like I said, I just don't think the style resonates with the pricing of this shoe. And up next, we have my favorite category, which is a cushion. I'm gonna give these an 8. Inside the forefoot, you guys are gonna get a Zoom Air unit, and across the whole shoe, you guys are gonna get a full-length foam, and it feels pretty solid. Now, while playing this with these on foot, their description is like you get a bouncy ride and per se like that. Nah, don't let them capture you like that. Inside this shoe, I didn't feel much of any bounce or spring or anything like that. It just felt like a really good impact force protection upon jumping and landing, and it just felt solid. I didn't get much of a boost off of the ground, so if you guys want to know, I think it's more tailored towards court feel. Regardless of that, I didn't walk away with any foot pain. But as much as spring and bounce, I didn't feel that at all inside this shoe. But while playing in it, you guys are going to be able to feel confidently running and jumping, catching rebounds. However it is your style you play, you guys are going to be able to feel confident inside this cushion setup. Moving on to the support, I'm going to give these a 7.5 out of 10. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I think this shoe is definitely wide footer friendly. Even when I tied my shoe to the tightest with this lace hole right here, I still felt the shoe would come loose just a little bit. So that just lets me know, like I was telling you guys, it is wide footer friendly. Inside the shoe, you guys are going to get a good amount of, well, a decent amount of padding around the ankle bone and Achilles heel, as well as it has a LeBron 20 tongue. But for me, it just doesn't work inside this shoe. So if you're a wide foot, I would tell you guys that you're going to get a really good amount of support. You're going to be able to feel confidently while playing inside these shoes. If you're more standard foot like me, more tailored towards narrow shoes, you guys are going to feel pretty decent playing inside. You're going to get a decent amount of confidence inside this shoe. If you go down half a size, you might get a little bit more. But if you decide to go your true to size, just understand that I feel like this shoe will loose a little bit. Your ankle and your heel and stuff not going to move anywhere, but it isn't going to be as tight as you once tighter before. And last one on this, we have the traction, and I'm going to give these a 7 out of 10. Now, originally I was going to go for a 7.5 out of 10, but I want to say this: if you guys are playing on a clean court, you guys are going to be the best benefit of this tracking setup because it is creative, it's unique. But the only thing is, it is a translucent outsole. And I already know how I feel about translucent outsole. They can be a hit or a miss. And while playing with this in a dusty court, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't feel that confident. I was sliding out. There wasn't much squeaking upon on a dusty court. On a clean court, it could be something completely different. But on the dusty court I was playing on, it just didn't work like that. Sometimes I like getting grades like that per se on a dusty court and a clean court because it lets you guys know what you're going to be expecting, because every LA Fitness, every YMCA, whatever the case may be, is different. But on a dusty court, you guys are going to slide out a bit. It is going to attract a decent amount of dust, and I would not recommend that you guys hoop with this shoe outside, just because if it attracts dust inside or a really good amount, just imagine what it's going to do outside. And first of all, you should not be taking a $180 shoe outside in the first place. That should strictly only be inside. But if you got nothing else and if you guys decide to buy this shoe, I would not recommend that y'all take it outside. Ending it off with the ranking of the GT Hustle 2, I'm gonna give these a C+. And man, I gotta be honest with y'all. If a shoe is gonna be $180, I'm gonna be expecting that shoe to perform at least at a high B to a low A. And this just did not do it for me. I felt like this $180 shoe felt like a 110 shoe. It just didn't resonate with me at all. I think the style is pretty basic, to be honest with you. The cushion is the best aspect of the shoe, which is decent. Support is okay in my opinion. Well, if you're a wide foot, I feel like the support is going to be something that you're going to need, and it's going to be tailored towards you. If you're a standard foot like myself, I would tell us go down half a size. Because if you tie it to the tightest, even on your true to size, it is gonna unloosen. And the traction pattern, I just wanna say this, man. I don't know why everybody wants to keep going translucent, because translucent is very 50-50. Some hold out on grip, dust, some don't hold out on dust. I don't know why everybody wants to keep going translucent, but regardless of that, the traction on this was just okay. And I want to say something too about the GT line. I feel like the best GTs was the GT Cut 1. Unfortunately, I never got my hands on it just yet. And the GT Jump 2. But everything in between that has just not been good for this line. Like the GT Jump, the GT Cut 2s, they didn't perform that good. I know a lot of people keep saying the GT Jump, the GT Cut 2s are really good, but you gotta understand who those people are. They playing on top tier courts. I haven't seen anybody that I know at a LA Fitness or outside play in a GT Cut 2 at all. So to me, honestly, the GT line is kind of like hit or miss. Like I know it's like a greater than, but it's not really greater than much. I can name you so many shoes off the top of my head that are better than these shoes at half of that price. And so I just don't really understand the route that they're deciding to go with. I ain't really talking down on them. I'm just speaking as a consumer and somebody that buys the shoes and tests them out for you guys and stuff like that. I just feel like they just need a turnaround with how they're going about their shoes. I don't really think they're too good. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of this review. I'm gonna go ahead and have Chauncey send us out, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
Got anything you want to add to it, Chauncey?
What? That's your end intro?
Yeah, just the end intro.
Thank you for guys watching today's video. See you next in today's video. Bye.